We have one of the greatest cinematographers in Jamaica, Darren. So, what's this you got right here?
This is a KOMODO, normal KOMODO, because you have the KOMODO X, and this is the, let call this the OG, the OG KOMODO.
The OG KOMODO.
And Atlas Orion 32mm. Well, we have the whole set, but this is a 32mm anamorphic.
80.
2X anamorphic.
This look nice, man. Look on the size of this anamorphic lens versus the size of this.
Yeah. The BLAZAR are tiny stars.
Yeah, very tiny lens, yeah.
So like, and so this would be good. So, because sometimes the look can be similar, and you can have this on like a Ronin or something for like an insert shot or something. Because to put this, when I put this on a movie, it's a big heavy thing, and we have easy rig, and you know, it's not
free weight, free gym,
run up and down, and so
I know. So look on the technicality of this. That like how much you think that setup costs?
KOMODO is like what now?
Oh, I mean Nikon is like how much?
Oh. But I mean new, if you say new, KOMODO is like what, $4,000 now?
Compared to the like
$4,000, and then this lens is 10 grand. So yeah, 14 grand at least, and then this is a small HD.
How much? Yeah, how much of small HD money is
it? This is a Cine 7. So a Cine 7 is like $2,000 or something like that, I think.
Bro, that's almost the price. Well, not really almost the price of the camera, but like that, like more than half the price of the.
Yeah, but you know, them thing there is industry standard. So you know, when you have to mix and match gear from different companies and things, so like I'll have this, and if I rent something from Farai or any other production houses, the ecosystem is the same, because them have small HD. Even people who come from abroad, them have small HD.
Yeah, small HD.
So everything does kind of work. Whereas if you just have, and nothing wrong with, I don't know what monitor this is, but
but
like,
that what I'm say.
There's View, you have like Lilliput, you know them things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm just gonna say.
And them alright, you know.
So this is a budget option type of setup for me. That's how I look at it. This is a budget option, but this is definitely not a budget option setup.
Nah.
You see me?
Nah.
This I don't even think this costs like the entire setup costs like say $6,000 versus this.
But that good for $6,000. Like look at hold on there. How much was for the this thing? Condor Blue.
So you have three type of the Condor Blue case, right? You have the one where kind of there's no top angle or anything like that. So you just have them two here, the top plate, the side plate.
No, but your setup is everything.
Everything, because the only reason I'm gonna get everything because I have to buy them separate. So the good thing about Condor Blue cage, you can buy them two plate here separate, them two separate.
But don't they have like a kit thing where you can just buy that, like the different kind of kits?
Yeah, so I trade them. So I have three different kits. So not all kits come with all them separate. So now we have everything, but I accidentally only bought one base plate.
Cause isn't the base plate the same as the
no.
Oh.
So them two here can go back to front or what. Same thing with the base plate, and then you have the side part here. You get me? So everything I had to buy separate. So it's like building out this cage, this rig. It's kind of technical because I'm like, how can I build it out that I don't encounter any issue? So even them extension here, them Rosetta extension here, like if we never have them Rosetta extension here, it'd be too close. You get me? So I have to look.
This is Condor Blue too?
No, this is not. Just see it online. Like yo,
but it's trial and error. Cause you buy this and then you see that snap. I can't.
So that's the thing. So that's the thing we build out this cage. So it's just lone trial and error. So even the SDI cable, I got the the 6G SDI cable instead, and I never know that was 6G. But I needed a 12G.
12.
Yes, I never know that. And then this was a cheap monitor option until I get the
PYXIS
the PYXIS monitor.
That not come out yet?
No.
Jaja. Well, this is the first time I've seen it in person. I can't really get a scale of. No, actually, I can see it. It's small. It's pretty small still. Like just the body alone. But obviously, you make it look like huge. But this rig is pretty light, like lightweight. You know, compared to some of the stuff I shoot on. So I can run around with this like all day. So, you know, and then the BLAZAR, man,
So small.
like, wow, there's something tiny. Look how the thing and then, because I'm used to this, which is huge, something like this, which is pretty large in comparison to this. So, yeah, it's a nice little setup still. I like it.
But you say like buy one, you still a contemplate or
No, because
no internal ND, that's why?
No. That I don't really care about internal ND. But not that I don't care about it, because it is convenient. But just like I want certain features that I just can't get in this right now. So for me, this is a lateral step from the full frame, the other full frame Blackmagic.
So hold on, is where you normally shoot on overall? Where you normally shoot on overall?
I shoot on like personally, like my camera.
Yeah.
Well, this is not my camera, but it's basically like my camera.
Yeah.
This or my Ursa Mini Pro or my 6K, normal 6K. However, I shoot.
So that means if you should buy one of these, this would be your first full frame.
My first full frame, but I don't want my first full frame to be like, if I go get my first full frame, I need certain things out of it.
But trial and error. Trial and error.
No, but I know the sensor on this already.
Yeah, you just want a new sensor.
Yeah, I want.
But beggars can be choosers. Come on.
Because I'm begging.
No, because if you look at it, more than likely it's going to come the PYXIS Pro.
Yeah.
Would just come with the ND and that's it.
Probably no. You know what I would want? I want this same. I mean, full frame, but I want the technology of what's going on with the 12K, the normal 12K,
and the 17K,
and well, not even the 12K full frame, you know, the normal 12K that them have, the Ursa 12K. That was the first one with that sensor technology.
Yeah.
Now the 12K Cine has that tech with a full frame sensor. I want that sensor in a PYXIS body.
Really?
I don't even need the 12K. You don't need the 12K.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm good with the 6K if they want to give me 6K, but it's the technology I want out of like because these are bare sensors and thing. I want you can crop down on those sensors without sacrificing your frame size. So I can shoot 12K full frame, I can shoot 8K full frame, I can shoot 4K full frame. Yeah, that bad. So, and the color science and everything is better. The readout speed is way faster. So, you know, better for rolling shutter. But this is good. I'm not saying this is, you know, but if I go drop some money on it, I have enough cameras right now to, like, you know, I have enough cameras to chill out and wait until such a time.
Alright, so here what we're going now.
Yeah.
Because I know say you want to sort the lens here. Alright? So we're going to swap it over.
Yeah, man, you can switch over.
You get me? But boy, the weight of this Orion just look.
Hold on there. Let me see this. Is an ECPL.
Yeah.
Like, it should be alright still.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
I wouldn't put the 80 on it. I wouldn't even put the 80 on this. Like, that's why I have a...
You have a lens
supporting. Usually, it will go around... it's in there, the bracket. A bracket will go around this. Place it this.
So how this feel now? With the PYXIS.
Nah man, this feel
With
good.
with the red.
This feel good man.
The BLAZAR.
Tiny sitting. Watch that. All day long. Nah man, this nice. It's only because I'm a 2X snob, but this look good.
Yo, this wide open?
Yo!
Yo, look on it, look on it. Yo, the
Monitor nice.
Yeah, I love that monitor.
You can the you know, true colors and things.
Always I say this, always something always I look for in the monitors. I'm always notice it in a, if one of them are Atmos monitors. But every other monitor just have this, remember for this matte look. If that
And you know, people bitch and moan about the price, me included, but
So me,
yeah, but dude, I can't go around it. Like it's one of the best, and that's why it's an industry standard.
Yo, this
and
looks
Hollywood
so
straight down to like we.
yo, this looks so good. Come on. Yo, it's like it does have a movie star.
Like that make you
image.
want to shoot.
Yeah,
like,
so
isn't it?
that's
It
what
make
that's
you wanna
that's what
shoot.
I say. Yo, and it, you know, alright. Let me see how the flare them look on this.
How much flare they get? The silver?
Blue.
Blue?
No, the blue flare. Yeah, so look on the flare. Look on the flare, Darren.
Mm.
Look on the flare. Stop down a little bit. What is on there? Oh, okay. Where could you see Targa? See flare there?
Yeah.
Yo, channel. And then compare to this. Look on the size.
Bro, just the size,
Like-
the size alone.
Like, look on the
A
size.
lot, bro.
So right
It's a
now,
T2.
this is not a budget option type of setup, you know. This is a money setup. Give me a different indie. Yeah, give me a different indie. Yeah, it feel like this feel like feel like when they're Iraq. Like when they're Iraq. Alright. Ooh.
So look on the flare. Like the same thing you're trying to do.
Okay, yes. Flare, nice. But we
This is
get like a
32.
uh,
Like a rainbow thing.
yeah, like a rainbow thing right now. So that's interesting.
Come right here, so. Yeah.
watch it ready. I'm actually go
Right
out.
here, so.
Yo, this is heavy.
Oh, right here, so. You can get a nice flare here.
Right here, so you see? I'm actually a click record so we can get some of them clips here and so it look like, oh yeah, that look nice.
So, I don't know if you could or maybe it's too much ND for me.
Yeah, see there? Oh,
Probably I kill it.
yeah, the India kill it a bit.
Yeah.
What a good still.
But nah man, this.
Yo.
But I'm boss already.
Good.
Let me format my thing here, man.
You like my thumb? Alright.
Format.
Whoa, this. It's a too much ND there. Stop it, I move so fast. I don't more of shoot one.
Eh?
There, it's a slightly too much ND. Come
This
look.
is.
If you look.
Oh,
Anti shoot wide open.
alright. Let me get the 1.8.
Alright. What shit? Oh fuck.
Man, boss.
That's that. Oh, the 360 mount.
No, the clamp mount.
Clamp mount.
Yeah, but like, me just like add this to shit.
Add it to this and we can get a 360.
360,
Yeah,
yeah,
360
Oh, look,
clip.
can't figure out where the nice place to put.
You can put your man.
Which very ND this? 'Cause it look like it's not bad. Cause I don't use them thing there, you know.
No, it small rig.
Okay. Anamorphics soft. Cause that's kinda like what I want anyway. So I don't want razor sharp anamorphic.
Alright, record.
If you want razor sharp, you go for like
Spherical lens and done. That's
no, you have razor sharp anamorphics like
But there's no character in it.
what them name?
Lawa.
Proteus them. Or Master Primes, which is crazy money.
It's a good entry level cinema lens, bro. I'm thinking about the Survey, the
You mean anamorphic cinema lens? This right here. I don't the rest of them I don't even consider them. Them just look
That's the same thing we said to somebody and then think of them.
And them do,
and think of
them do embody like the anamorphic look that I like. So
Focus.
and meaning like 1.5 is like when you stop them down,
you lose the.
you kind of keep them wide open to feel the anamorphic look.
Yeah,
but
I know, right?
the BLAZARs hold that look easier than the Mercuries, which is saying something to me, because the Mercury them,
yeah,
kind of as you start stopping down, them start looking spherical to me. These can still be at 2.8 and feel like, yeah.
But I don't know. I think the edges them just have a slight vignette at time. I don't know if you see vignette on that. I probably treat cropping. I don't know.
No, I don't see it now.
You don't see it.
But again, I don't mind them thing there no. I don't mind that.
Because that's still character.
Yeah, because vignette is something you actually put in.
Yeah. Granted, if you have more,
Yo, the BLAZAR up on the red, bro.
Look nice.
It's looking nice. But again, it's the monitor making you can see that it look really nice.
Nick, you see that you focus, man.
Yeah.
Because of the type of shoots I do,
And which one is this? The
you have to know what you see. Like, you can't mess with them people their money. So yeah. So we'll have better monitors than maybe that director or even Video Village. This feels better. Cause watch it. This is way. No man, this is better man.
For shoot, as in for when you're for get focus. Yo, trust me, I had to do a lot of research just to get the rig like that.
Like 60, I know what that is because like news and everything else. 24 is movie. 30 is just like, it don't know what it is. I don't know what it does. It does look weird to me. I don't know.
Fight out 30p.
The movement does look weird.
So it look better to you now?
Man say you need.
Yeah, so.
Use this for audio. I'm look on my own camera. Look good?
Yeah. This is some.
How close you can go?
It's so nice.
You can go this close?
Right here, yeah.
What?
Alright, so after shooting, well, not really shooting, but playing around with the BLAZAR and the PYXIS, definitely love how it look. I'm not telling a lie. I love the look, especially for the price. I am anybody know me, I am a 2X man. That's the type of anamorphic. But I would definitely recommend this, like this combo. If you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget, I think it has like a nice Hollywoody anamorphic look, which is comparable to what I'm going over here. So, I'd love to try the Katos. I don't know if Pedro have links to try to test out a Kato.
They're not for me.
Because the Kato would be a good comparison to the Orions and the BLAZARs. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice setup.
Yo, man, I'm looking at the size difference on the camera, right?
Yeah.
So look on the size difference with the lens here versus the lens here.
Like the lens alone are basically half.
Yeah.
Yeah, look on the lens size.
With this, you're paying for the 2X, definitely. But you're paying for the name. Like,
Definitely.
this is an industry standard which has been used on many shows, and this is still budget. This is still budget anamorphic.
Okay.
In the grand scheme of things, because this lens costs $9,000, right? But I shoot on Cooks anamorphic that costs $30,000. So that's budget in comparison to this. So there's levels to everything, but this has been used on many shows, many movies. So that's what you're paying for, really, the name, and just like you pay for a Red and Ari and whatever. But man, I would definitely buy a BLAZAR. Remus, that is. It's nice. Look how it's something tiny. I still can't get over. Actually, you know what? Hold on there.
I'll take out the matte box.
Let me really see. Wow, go on. Wait, this is.
Yeah, just turn it and it come off.
Bumba. I will tighten this, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Jaja. Yeah. Jaja. Look how the thing's bombat. Wow, yeah. And still this even adding a little bit.
Yeah, that's like, a little bit.
Yeah. I'd definitely get. And not only just for messing around, like I use this on like proper jobs. Like proper jobs. Where I might even intercut it with that. Because this would maybe be on a gimbal.
Well, the good thing about it that I don't see any color shift. That's one thing I like about it. Some lens may get like some slight vignette, some slight tint and all them type of stuff there.
What about this very ND? You see any? Because what I've seen look nice. Cause when I put it on the red and looking on this,
it looks good.
Yeah.
Small rig ND.
Dynamic. I mean, the skin tone look good. It never look green or nothing.
Yeah, man. At the small rig matte box.
And I'm very particular about image. That's why I use high quality NDs. I do. It's from back in the day.
Watch a budget and non-budget. Budget setup versus non-budget setup.
Yeah, no man. I would, but yeah, what I would get rid of the shark fin, thing. Because again, like my big camera have a shark fin, which is fine. But
you'd probably just get the PYXIS just was a more smaller setup shoot.
Yeah, because I already have a huge camera. Like I keep the KOMODO small, the G2, and it have like all kind of thing because just my work. I work with what you call it, AC, Video Village, all kind of things. So a lot of things are attached to it. So that's the kind of work I do, but I keep the KOMODO very stripped down. And it usually is like a B camera and a movie or something. So, yeah.
So the difference, so just like how me have this rig up, me just have the FX3.
Yeah, so this is your big camera.
Yeah.
So, you know, and if you did get the EVF for...
I know the Blackmagic EVF.
Them good enough, brother.
Don't forget one.
Brother. And the thing is, nowadays people not really so into EVF, which that's fine. No, a lot of people don't go on them shoulder, all them thing there. I still do that. Even if I'm not on my shoulder, maybe I'm just there looking through it or whatever. But I like having that and the monitor. But once you look through that EVF, the Blackmagic one, because I tried the older one.
K-Finite, you know K-Finite?
I have it.
You have one of them?
I have the new one.
Oh, you have the new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I did bring my big camera today, it would have been on it. Yeah.
It's K-Finite one.
Nice.
The HDMI or the Type-C? Or the,
no, I have the
SDI.
The SDI one.
SDI,
okay. The HDMI one just bust. So I have the SDI one. I did get that as it did come out. But the only, and I've emailed them about it and them said, they'll address it. It's like, the color look good. Like it look good. It is a little, I don't know if it's soft, but it's like sometimes you kind of not sure if things fully in focus. So like my Zakuta one, I have a Zakuta Gratical for sale if anybody wants. But I tell them to just give us like because they have peaking on it, but I want the edge outline peaking. I don't really like the colored peaking because sometimes it make things like I still can't really see if things really in focus. I just want a little, just a little, and the Kinfinity, it just need a little tips of that, like a maybe level 2, maybe out of 5 or whatever. Other people might want a little more, but I just want a little thing, and they've asked me for feedback. I give them, and other people say the same thing. So that's the only thing I'd say. It's small, it's light, I love it. So yeah, you can check it out, when you want. But it would be perfect for this too. But again, if you get the Blackmagic one, then you have communication
and all them
all
things.
them in there. But I don't really buy specific things to camera.
Yeah, I know, based on
Me
your
have to
niche
go.
work.
Yeah, because when I get a new camera, then what? I need thing. Listen, them things cost so much money for me to just buy it
Specifically.
I need to cross over to. I just change camera body, you know. That's all. Everything else around it stay the same. Yeah. Monitor, everything stay the same.
Just buy quality lens and done.
Mm-hmm.
You're nice,
But yeah, big up yourself. I like it. It's a good look.
So right here we have the red Komodo, and right here we have the Blackmagic PYXIS and the BLAZAR Remus 45. And which one is a 50?
Yeah.
50 Atlas Orion, 2 anamorphic lens, crop sensor, Super 35, since people like to hear the term Super 35. We have full frame. So yo, this is what it look like. Budget friendly lens on the PYXIS, not budget friendly lens on the red. See,
Not about budget friendly, nothing. The camera. Actually, no. This is no comparable.
oh, this also this is not this is the the price drop on the Orion.
No man.
The camera. Oh,
Camera, yeah.
all right. So this is what it looks like. See you. Yeah.